So, good evening once again. Today is our day 36 of this 40 days IT employability bootcamp for women. And as always, we are going to start by showing our outlines. That is what we are going to cover for the day. So it's been a very long while. We haven't met due to some uh, unforeseen circumstances. But everything now is settled and we are going to complete our remaining 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. So today is our day 36 and here are our outlines. We are going to have a recap on the 35. That is what we have discussed in our last class. I don't know if there is any contribution from what we have discussed last class. Let's see. Please indicate in the comment section what have we discussed in our last class. Let's see, because I want us to have an interactive session. So please, what have we done in our last class? Any contribution? Any contribution? So there is no any contribution. So anyways, in our last class, we talked about text to column. We also talk about concatenates and other thing. Maybe if I come to recap, we'll talk about them. Then we talk about pivot table. Then we will have question and answer. Then we call it a day. So let's see, recap on day 35. In day 35, we talk about text to column where we said it's allow you to separate a range of data or it's allow you to separate a specific data that is maybe that is in one single cell. You want to segregate it into multiple columns. For instance, we give example of dates. Let's say we have a dates of maybe date of birth or any other dates. So you want to segregate the dates into day, month, and year. So all you have to do is just do apply text to column technique for you to successfully segregate the dates into date, month, and time. Then we also talk about concat. We gave another example with first name, surname, and last name, where we said maybe all the names are merged in one single cell. You want to segregate them into different columns. Maybe column B to carry the first name, column C to carry the surname, and column D to carry the other name. There are a lot of examples where you can apply that. So all of these, you use text to column for you to segregate all those values into separate columns. Then the next thing we talk the next thing we talk about is concatenate. So concatenate is more or less like an opposite of what do you call it? It's more or less like an opposite of text to column, because concatenate is allow you to match the contents or the value of two or more cells in one place, or the value of two or more cells and a given value in one place. For instance, you have your first name, surname, and your last name. You want to concat them together. You want to match them together in one single cell. All you have to do is just apply concat formula or apply concat function for you to merge them into one single cell, or into one single cell, maybe to have a full name as the column header. The same thing applicable to dates. Maybe the dates came in dates, month, and year. You want it to be in one single column. So you can apply what do you call it? You can apply concat function to what do you call it, to match it together. Now, the next thing is substitute function. Substitute function is, as we said, substitute function is to allow you to replace a specific value or specific text into another text. Maybe let's say you have you have let's say Muhammad, you want to change it into short form of Muhammad, or you have a specific character, maybe you have a, you want to change it to X, wherever uh the X occur, wherever X occur in your in your cell, you want to change it to A automatically or something like that. So once you want to replace a specific character or specific text with a given text, that's where when you apply a text to column. So there is a key difference. There is a key difference between find and replace. Though we haven't discussed about find and replace. Okay, fine. We only talk about substitute, so I don't think there is. I think there is no need for us to talk about it. So as I said, our today's topic is pivot table. So let's see how pivot table goes and how we use pivot table. Let me share. Let me stop sharing for a bit. So let me continue sharing my screen. So as I said, we are going to talk about pivot table. We are going to talk about pivot table. Let's see how it goes. Pivot table is what do you call it? It's like it's just like a shortcut, or it's a short way of analyzing a big data. Maybe you have data that consists of multiple rows and columns. So instead of you to use normal formula, maybe count A, and what have you, for you to have your overview, or for you to have your analysis or breakdown of the data, you just use a pivot table to do that. Let's see how it goes. Let's say you are given this data. You are given this data. So whenever you are given a data, the number of charts you are going to create, or the number of analysis that are going to create, it always depend on the number of columns you have. Please take note of this. It always depends on the number of columns you have. And when we say number of columns, we mean the categorical data only. So if we are doing the analysis, whenever we are doing analysis, we don't have anything to do with names. We don't have anything to do with phone numbers. We don't have anything to do with even email address. So even these phone numbers, I think I have to get rid of them because we don't need them, but we can leave them. But all your categorical data like this that have male and female, this one that has country, this one that have Zamfara state and other states, this one that's having Gusau, BSC, and what have you. So these are what uh depends. This is what allow you to create multiple charts or multiple a lot of analysis. So let's say you have 30 columns. So if you have 30 columns, there is every tendency that you can create at least 100 or 200, what do you call it? 200 charts in your, what do you call it? In your data. So now that we have this record, if you want to start your analysis, you understand, if you want to start your analysis, the first thing you will do is just to take this variable, which is male and female. Maybe you take it as your key variable, then you compare it with this. You understand? Then you take it again, compare it with this. You take it again, compare it with this. Uh, what do you call it? LGA. You take it again, compare it with highest qualification. Take it again, compare it with for digital literacy. If you have multiple other columns, you just keep taking it and comparing it with all other columns you are having. After you are done with it, then you check this Nigeria or you check this states. So you keep checking the states and keep comparing them with this, comparing them with this and this. You check this one also, you compare it with this. That's how you keep what do you call it? That's how you keep having your what do you call it? Your analysis. Now let's just go ahead and start creating our pivot table so that we'll see how it works. So whenever you are creating a pivot table, you have to make sure that you have cleaned your data. If you are using rough data or dirty data, you will see, I will show you the implication of using a dirty data when we come to it. I will show you the implication of using a dirty data. This data, I just opened it now. And I believe you all know that this is your data. I just opened it now. Let's see. Let me just go to inserts. If you want to create the pivot table, first you go to inserts. Yeah, this is insert. Then you go to pivot table. You go to pivot table. Then, so you see this new worksheets. That's where you are going to select. Don't select this. Don't select this, create existing worksheet. Just click on this new worksheet. Then you just press OK. So you see it's automatically give me all the list of columns, all the lists of columns I'm having in the what do you call it, in the data set. So now this is my pivot table. Now I'm currently in my pivot table. Now let me start the analysis. My key variable that I'm going to use is, okay, since all of you are female, I think there is no need for me to analyze with what do you call it, analyze with this, because all of you are female. So let me just remove it. If you want to remove, if you just inserted this, if you drag any of the values in what do you call it? If you drag it in this area where you compute it, if you want to remove it, just hold it and just bring your cursor in the Excel interface. It will automatically be removed. Let me use states. Oh, I think for us to add more variables, I will have to change some to to males. Let me just change this one to male. So I'm just changing this to male. So now after having changed this to male, take note of this. You have to refresh your data. You have to refresh your pivot table. So you see now I have refreshed my pivot table. I have refreshed it. This is how you refresh it. You come to this, then you refresh. Once you refresh now, your table is refreshed. So now let me take gender, then I'll put it in columns like this. So you see I'm having male and females. Then you just check it to somewhere here. So you see, I'm having total number of males, total number of females without using any formula. You see, without using any formula, I have my total number of males and total number of females. But like this, what do you call it? This response is not fair enough. Let me just add it. I thought the number is not much. So, so I think here we are okay. Let me refresh again. Hold on. If you want to refresh, you just go to the pivot table like this, then pivot analysis, then you just refresh your data. So now I think it's at least fair enough, though we are supposed to be the number of male. So anyways, it's fair enough, I think. So you see, we have total number of female 430, total number of male 167, and this is our uh, total grand total. So without using any formula, you see, without using any formula, we have just have our this analysis. If you want it to be maybe Ideally, it's supposed to be like this. Good. So if you want it to be in rows, this is how you do it. We have our females, we have our males, and this is the breakdown of all the two. So now I want to remove it. Let me get rid of it like this. Then I want to compare with the next variable. This is the next variable, country. So I'm comparing with the next variable, country. So if I'm comparing with the next variable, first I will put it in columns. You understand? First, I will have to put it in columns. So you see, I put it in columns. These are males and females, while these are the list of countries I'm having. I'm having only 3 countries. Some are from Nigeria, some are from Uganda, and all other countries. So then I will check the country column again. Then I will put it somewhere here. So you see, I'm having my complete breakdown of the data concerning these two variables, gender and country. We are having, what do you call it? We are having one female from Cameroon, put 428 females from Nigeria, then one female from Uganda. While for males, where I'm having 167 from Nigeria, I think that's the only ones I'm having, while Cameroon and Uganda have no any female representative. So this is for country. Now I will get rid of the country if I want to change it. You understand? If I want to change it like this, I will get rid of the country. Then I will select another variable again. My next variable is states. So now I want to, I'll put it in columns like this. So you see I'm having columns like this. Then I will select the values. But please take note of this. Since the total number of variables or the total number of records I'm having in states is too much, I can change, I can simply switch it to rows. Let me just say this state should be in rows, while this one should be somewhere here. Yes. So now you see I'm having the list of states: Abia, Abuja, Adamawa, Akwa Ibom. Then for female and female, this is what I'm having. So you see this one, it looks more fine than the others. So from here, I can say the total number of students with high respondent is Kano, and followed by Kaduna continuously. So this is how uh, you see, without using any formula, just drag and drop. I'm just having overview about the data, and with this, I can simply create my charts. Um, Let me check another variable, which is LGA. Or let me check another variable. This one, I will bring it back here. Then this one, I will just remove it. I will remove this one also. Then I will check highest qualification. I will check highest qualification. This is columns. So I think I'm taking columns somewhere here. Then I will just check gender. Yeah. So this is highest qualification. You see highest qualification is in the row, while gender is in columns. Then I will put my values. So when I put my values, it's like I'm applying count if formula or count ifs formula. So you see now it's automatically gave me total number of applicants that have BSc. We're having 207 female with BSc, while 87 are having BSc. Then for diploma, we have this up to the last one. So basically, this is how you do it. Basically, this is how you do it. Then let me move to the next. The next one is computer literacy. Computer literacy. So for computer literacy also, I will take it and put it somewhere here. Then I will take it again. Then I will put it in the values so that I will have the breakdown of the computer literacy. So you see, I'm having intermediate with 237, while expert with 17, and beginners with 176. So from here, you can tell that majority of the respondents are intermediate and only few of the respondents are expert. So you see, with this pivot table, you can perform all the analysis with just this pivot table. Um, I think, what is the next variable? So these are the variables we are having. These are the variables you are having, and this is how you do your breakdown. And sometimes you may find yourself whereby you need let's say you need beginners that are having BSc, you need beginners that are in this and that. So if you want to do that, all you have to do is just take the another variable again. Let's say this variable, then I will just take it and put it in this column again. You see, I will just put it in this column again. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So you see, those that are beginners, we have BSc, diploma, HND. For expert also, we have another breakdown. So you can keep breaking it down since it's not a formula, it's just drag and drop. Let's say in Kano State, we need it with respect to states. So you see, you can put it somewhere here again. So you see, with respect to states, this is what we have for diploma, beginners, continuously. So this is how you can simply break your variables or break your data down and do your analysis. And also take note of this, you can have multiple pivot table in one single sheet. You can have multiple pivot table in one single sheet. This is our pivot table. Now let me start afresh so that I will show you how you can have multiple pivot table in one single sheet. This is our gender. Now I'll put the values here. So okay, the gender should be in rows like this. So you see, this is my first pivot table. Now I will copy it like this. After having copied it, I will paste it somewhere here. Now this one is my analysis of gender. Then I will go ahead and continue using this. For now, we are having two pivot tables. This is my first pivot table. This is my second pivot table. Now for this one, second pivot table, I will say maybe gender by states. Let me just say gender by states like this. So you see, I'm having gender by states. You see, I'm having gender by states. You see, maybe in Abia, we have one female, zero males. In Abuja, we have 30 female, while we have 9 males. So this is how we will keep doing it. But I told you, your data should be highly clean. Your data should be clean before you start the analysis. Your data should be very clean. Now, let me show you the implication of not cleaning my data. Now, we have this Anambra state and we have another Anambra. They are all Anambra states. So why does it repeat itself? We have this Bauchi here, we have Bauchi, we have Benue, we have Benue. Why does it repeat? Why do we have repetition of Bauchi, Bauchi? We have repetition of Benue, and we have repetition of all other ones. So why do we have the repetition? Why do we have the repetition? So the reason why we have the repetition is that maybe there are some spaces we just give unnecessary spaces. So we have to get rid of all the unnecessary or all unwanted spaces if we don't want to be having what do you call it? It's part of the data cleaning. So if you don't have any experience of data cleaning, you can't know how to do it. You can't know how to make all these ones to be repeated once. You don't have the experience to make them unique. But now, if you have the experience of data cleaning, all you have to do is just go to the what do you call it? This state column. There is a formula or function. There is a function we call trim function. You just write trim because possibly it's an unwanted space. Maybe we have repeated multiple times. So you see now I have my uh, applied my trim function. I will just copy it like this. Yes, I've copied it. So now I will just paste it somewhere here. Good. So you see now I have just pasted it. Let me get rid of this one. Then let me refresh my pivot table and see. So you see now I'm having one single Bauchi, one single Benue, all of Anambra also I'm having one single. So this, okay, good. So as I was saying, now we are done with analysis of gender of the respondents by states of origin. Now the next thing is analysis of gender by uh, let's see, highest qualification. By highest qualification. So now what I will do is to copy the pivot table. If you want to copy the pivot table, simply just come somewhere here and click on it. Once you click on it like this, it will automatically highlight only the pivot table. Then you copy it like this. Then you can paste it wherever you want to paste it. You can paste it here if you want. Maybe let me paste it here. Then I will get rid of the states. Since I'm done with it, now I'm going to the next variable. Maybe I'm going to the qualification. So I will see analysis of qualification by gender. So this is analysis of qualification by gender. You see, I'm having the overview. I'm having this. I will highlight it also like this. Then I will copy it like this. Then I will move to the next one. Then maybe I will say maybe analysis of what do you call it? Computer literacy by uh, analysis of computer literacy by gender. So this is analysis of computer literacy by gender. I'm having this, so I will highlight it also. Then I will copy it. Then so like this. So this is how you keep doing it. You keep doing it unless you until you have exhausted all your variables. So I believe you can all do it like this. Um, Yeah. So I think this is what we have for pivot table. I know there is one thing I want to add. Someone may think, so if we have this, why would we waste our time learning all those formulas? Yeah, the formulas are very important. One is that the first thing is that I told you you have to clean your data before you start the pivot table. So for you to clean your data, you have to apply a lot of formulas and functions for you to clean your data. Then secondly, this one will not give you what do you call it? Live what do you call it? Live what do you call it? Live analysis. Because if you change any data here, if you tamper with any data, you have to refresh your data. But if you use formula, once you change it, it will automatically reflect. So that's the key difference between the two. I think this is what we are going to have for today. I don't know if there is any question, please. You can go ahead and ask your question in the comment section. This is what we have for the pivot table, please. If there is any question, you can go ahead and ask your question. So I have only one message. Let's see. Sorry to bring you back, sir. How can you clean the data? Cleaning the data is we have this those are the formulas we have started we have done since from the beginning. How you clean your data. There are a lot of formulas such as left, right, trim, and what have you. So all those formulas are for cleaning the data. We just gave example with the last thing we have done. We have duplicate Anambra and you have duplicate Bauchi. Why do we have it? I said maybe because we are having multiple spaces. After someone wrote the Anambra, we gave a lot of spaces. We use trim function to get rid of the unwanted spaces, and now we have our clean states. So there are a lot of techniques to apply for cleaning of the data. And I think that's what we have been doing since from the D1 up to today. Is there any question? So I think there is no any question. I think with the absence of any question, we can call it a day. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you tomorrow, the same time, same venue.